Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and this morning I'm looking at a book which has come to us from Oxford University Press. It's now in a third edition, and it's this heavy tome. It's called Garner's Dictionary of Legal Usage. Bryan A. Garner is the editor-in-chief. There's a little bit of blurb on the back and the spine. It's 1,000 pages. It's a heavy book. And inside you can see what it looks like. It's based very much on the standard structure of the way in which a dictionary is set out, with the words and then actual definitions of what the words mean. I think it's quite useful to read the foreword by the American judge, because this is actually an American book. That's Judge the Honourable Thomas M. Reevely. That's the actual foreword itself, and it's certainly worth reading. Now, Elizabeth and I have written a review which has appeared on Flickr and the web, and on obviously this YouTube review. And what we've given it as a title is A Paradigm for Guidance on Legal Writing, because that's what it is. What we say in essence is this: it's ironic, is it not, that legal language quite often seems opaque, and all too often is so. Unfortunately too, as the law is based on words, forms of words, meanings of words, and their interpretation, connotation and usage. Therefore, of course, something like this is extremely helpful for us, because there will be words I come across that I don't really understand, so it's nice to go to the dictionary and find the stuff. One wonders how often cases have been initiated, then won or lost, because someone or other has misconstrued or misconstructed or misinterpreted some word or other, or some phrase or other. And of course, the other thing about this is that the judge will make a decision about what the word means, and then that's the final view, unless you appeal. I certainly have lost cases on a word being missed, for instance, in a contract or something like that, and it can make all the difference. It's rather like the negative and the positive, for instance. So if you're a lawyer, legal scholar, student, or generally someone who is fascinated by the power of language and who seeks to speak and write with clarity, precision and force, Garner's for you. It's from OUP, as I say, and it's an enlarged and updated third edition, which I think is very helpful. It's not just a dictionary, of course. It also functions as an authoritative guide to style, grammar and usage. As you look up each word, for instance, you're offered not just a definition, but a discussion of its significance, its origins, indeed all its aspects pertaining to law, complete with meticulously cited sources. One of the points about this book is it's only in one volume. We do have, of course, in English law, a very substantial, different publishers produce them, but a substantial number of what we call law dictionaries. This one's an American version, and I think in many ways it's extremely useful, because it gives us a very interesting view on the way that the English language has developed. I'm not going to give quotes of some of the words that we looked up, which we thought were very interesting. You can read all of that on the web. But what I would say is that this is actually a comprehensive, erudite and easy to use resource, as we find it, which lawyers and laymen alike will find invaluable. Synonyms, for instance, are very precisely differentiated and defined, and such areas of law as immigration, intellectual property and so forth are discussed in the clear light of day. Perhaps we shouldn't have said that, I don't know. Garner and his team have provided a pungent entry on the matter of clichés and overused words, which ideally we've got to try and avoid if we can, although some of our pet hates have been left out, like iconic and going forward. These will no doubt surface in the next edition. Let me conclude by saying that, usefully, the orientation of the dictionary is transatlantic. So whether you practice in the UK or North America, our view is that it's certainly an indispensable guide to writing or editing legal documents, books or articles, with enhanced clarity, accuracy and style. The one thing I've found, and I think many people will do, is once you open the book, and you start looking, and then you cross-refer, you see some cases, and you look at various other things. Before you know where you are, half an hour has gone by because you've become immersed in the dictionary itself. But it's an excellent one, so thank you to OUP, and I know that they are now developing online dictionaries as well, so we've got a lot to look forward to in this area. So thank you to all concerned for an excellent publication. Bye bye.